List of records announced for Record Store Day 2024 has been released, and I have written down the ones that I would like to get my hands on. Hi, my name is Morten. Welcome to my channel. I, like so many other in the vinyl community and the records crazy people, went through the list that was released yesterday, and I found it to be a very good list this year. And last year I went to Aalborg for Record Store Day, and I wouldn't say I was disappointed by this, but I came home with more than I had anticipated. Record Store Day, Black Friday in Oslo. My experience there was that Oslo got very few things. Not that there were that many that I wanted, but I ended up going home with one record, The Doors. If you are in Scandinavia, which I am, I will either be attending Record Store Day, fingers crossed, either here in Denmark, where I'll be going down to Aalborg to Lesehesten there. I had a really nice time there. Really rolled out all the stops for the customers, sandwiches, and people were really friendly. There was one long sort of table with all the records on either side, and everyone would sort of walk around, and people would shout out if there were any titles they were interested in, and people, when they found them, would hand them over, unless, of course, in one case there was one guy who found the title, but there were only one of those and he wanted it, and fair game. And the other places, in Oslo, in Norway, we don't really have that many stores to go to anymore, but Big Dipper is wonderful, and they always usually get a lot of good records there, and but they do attract a large crowd, although not for Black Friday. That was I was 15 minutes late, and they said I was the fifth one to come. And then if you are in Stockholm in Sweden, Pet Sounds would be a good choice, and Bengans, there are a couple of other stores as well. And in Gothenburg it would also be Bengans and their wonderful store. And Copenhagen, I haven't been, but I've been shopping for records in Copenhagen in many years. I've been there mostly for craft beer and the Michele Beer Festival. But the Accord shops usually are a good bet to find. Something Speaker's Corner, I think, in Blågårdsgade, I think it is, and Sounds as well. They should be good for that. A problem in Scandinavia is that, or at least for the last 3 or 4 years, is it seems that a lot of the Record Store Day stuff that is coming our way are mostly American, and you're thinking, well, is that a problem? Yes, it is a problem, because a lot of the good titles that are announced that are the UK releases, they don't necessarily find their way to Scandinavia. At least I feel like they don't after Brexit. And a lot of the titles that I just sort of talked to in the stores afterward, they said, no, we didn't get them. We didn't get any UK titles this time or whatever. But what you can do, of course, you can go online after Record Store Day is finished and the stores release their stuff online. So I know Rough Trade and Townsend Music are usually a good place to find UK Record Store Day releases. So let us see what I would like to get on Record Store Day. This is a longer list than I can afford, but chances are, not all of these titles will be available anyway. First of all is one of the two that I'm most keen on getting is Electrification. I think the record is called Burn. I forgot to write that down. That's Ian McCulloch and Will Sargent, originally from Echo and the Bunnymen. Ian had left Echo and the Bunnymen. They released one album without him, and then later he and Will got back together, but as Electrification, which in turn I would assume led to them reforming Echo and the Bunnymen in was it Evergreen in 1997? I have never owned or heard Electrification in any way or form, but I love Ian McCulloch, and I love the Echo and the Bunnymen. Seen them, and this is a title that I hope to get, but it's a UK probably title, so a little worried about that one. Next one, The Doors again with another live. This is from Konserthuset in Stockholm, September 20th, 1968. I would be really interested, but I would need to find out if it about the sound quality first, because as fun it was to get that Doors record for the record store Black Friday last year, it was not so much fun to listen to. Yeah, I listened to it twice, and now it's more of a souvenir, I suppose. Next up is The Verve. Now, The Verve are releasing No Come Down, which is a B-sides collection celebrating its 30th anniversary. It came out in 1994. This was the first time the band's name was The Verve, because they were in danger of being sued by a company called Verve. We have, once again, a Rolling Stones release, and this time it's their debut album, the UK debut album. The one with a cover without any writing on it. And as much as I would like to buy and own yet another copy of this, what is the incentive? Well, it's a very beautiful bluish swerve vinyl, and it constitutes sort of the 60th anniversary release. Of course, I assume the band doesn't have anything to do with this. This is released by the people who are handling their 1960s catalog. So, but anyway, another Rolling Stones for Record Store Day. The Hives are releasing one of their previous albums. I forgot to write down the title. But I've been on a bit of I got their their album they released last year, and I really like it, so maybe I'll go for that if nothing else. It'd be nice to get a Swedish title as well. There are sometimes some Danish and some Swedish Record Store Day only titles. Don't remember if there's been much or any in Norwegian, but probably has, but I just haven't. The Slits, they are releasing a vinyl. It's called In the Beginning. Looks interesting. The Slits were cool. The Charlatans are once again releasing something for Record Store Day. This is Indian Rope, which I think is a release from before their first album. It's coming out on, I think it looks like a 12-inch, and it's a picture disc, but looks like it's a translucent picture disc, which looks interesting, and I love the Charlatans, so maybe I'll go for that. Supergrass, once again a release. It's a 10-inch of the single Kiss of Life, and it's called Kiss of Life is 20, and it comes with a couple of extra live tracks. My favorite Super Furry Animals, they're releasing something which is probably the one thing I would really get my hands on if possible. However, I'm a little bit confused as to what it is. It said that it was a selection of B-sides, but it's called Fuzzy Logic, and that was the title of their first studio album. So what I'm hoping is that it isn't actually Fuzzy Logic. It's a vinyl release, I would hope, of Outspaced, which was their B-side compilation. So just like the Verve had that B-side compilation, Super Furry Animals also had a B-side selection, which came out very early in their career, and it contains Man Don't Give a Fuck and several other really cool tracks like Ice Hockey Here and other stuff. So I'm hoping that's the case, but we'll see. And also, again, probably on a UK release, so whether or not it'll show up here in Scandinavia, your guess is as good as mine. Susie and the Banshees, there's a release of Nocturne Live. That looks good. This one is also one I'm keen on getting. Big Country, Wide Long Face. It's one of their later career albums. It's picture of a Doberman. Never heard it, so I'll be interested in seeing if I can get my hands on that. There's a Prefab Sprout release. That is a early career single that was self-released called Lions in My Own Garden. Loves Prefab Sprout, so I would really like to pick up that. Bit unsure about the format, if it was a 7, 10 or 12 inch. Slater Kinney, of course, they just released a album last month called Little Rope. I did a review of that, and which will be coming in a day or two. This is a 7-inch red vinyl, but the 2 tracks here were recorded for the same sessions as Little Rope, but did not come. They didn't have room for it, I guess, on the record. So 2 non-album tracks, if you like. Suede, once again releasing a record, another live record. This is Audification Live. So again, this one is also one I would really like to get my hands on. And finally, I don't know how interesting I am in it, but I love the Peanuts, and I love Vince Guaraldi's music to the Peanuts. This is for once not the Christmas album. This is It Was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown. So that was my hopes and fears. Hopes for my record collection, fears for my wallet. Am I going to be able to rein in the record shopping and have enough money for this come April? So of course this is, what is this? Yeah, this will be 8 weeks time. I don't know if I'm going to be in Oslo. If I am, I'll be going to Big Dipper. I think most likely I'll be here in Denmark, and I'll be heading down once again, like I did last year with my trusted bike, to Aalborg and check out Lesehesten and see if the mood is as nice as it was last year. So guys, please leave a comment. Let me know which one of these you'd be interested in. If you found some titles that weren't on my list that you want, maybe tell me what record stores you usually hit. And anyway, yeah, leave a comment. So this was me being prophetic. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video soon.